We ready?
Mullen, waiting for you, son.
Hello. Is this thing on? Am I turned on now?
You're turned on. Yes, you're turned on.
I mean, I should know.
I would hope you would know.
Well, not always, right?
No?
No.
I think you should know.
Sometimes it's a surprise.
All right.
Like, you know, all of a sudden you're like, huh,
That hoodie is
that came out of
terrible.
nowhere.
I feel like that hoodie is terrible.
Huh? That coffee is terrible.
It has your head is all full of fuzz.
Well, which one? Oh, I have fuzzies on my head.
All over the place.
Is it gray or black?
It's black. Oh, so maybe it's this tank top.
Maybe it's the tank top or the black hoodie.
Hot mess.
Okay.
All right.
What do you want to talk about?
I thought that you already had a plan.
You want? We'll just piggyback on the live. I think
Okay.
I remember everything I said last night.
You remember everything you said?
Point. Yeah.
What were you talking about?
So
This is episode 11.
FYI.
Yeah.
Well,
And we are at Stride Spin and Fitness as well.
This is where we are now.
This is where we are now, I think. Yeah.
This is the podcast headquarters.
Thank
And
you,
this is
Tori
where
and
our
Jess.
crew will be.
Our crew. It's
Our crew. We're gonna have a crew
for the reality show
for
that
our
we're not going to
reality
do.
TV. Why? Why are you so negative?
I'll tell you after. Not negative. I work in reality TV, so I know how it goes.
There's no local reality TV show. We need a local one. Like, why is the Jersey Shore get one? Why can't we have one like KOP live? Yeah.
Let me ask you this. You want a version of the Jersey Shore and
No.
King of
I'm
Prussia?
just saying, if they had a show, why can't we have a? There's no local reality TV show for Philly.
Yeah, there's a bunch of local
Like
reality.
what?
Like renovation shows there's a whole bunch that are done in Philly. There's like
Name one.
several production companies in Philadelphia.
Good. We should get one.
Okay.
Right, we could have all the fitness people come to our like reality TV show, and we would give them like publicity, and then we would be the hosts. We would host the local gyms
Local.
and fitness.
That's not bad, I guess.
Yeah, see, I'm full of great ideas, or not bad ideas, depending on how you put it.
Definitely full
that's
of-
not bad.
Full of something.
Well, our microphones are not bad then either.
These are good. This is like a surprise for you.
It is a surprise
And I bought you a very nice tank top
that I don't like,
that you don't like, but it has our logo on it.
and it's not our logo. That is not our logo. That
They
is
eat the food.
That is like two forks that you put together in an X.
No, this is the Eat the Food,
Yeah, but
the podcast one, not your
there's
OV
one
Physiques
main
one.
logo. This is just like the OV Physiques logo is and this is like under the umbrella.
Well, yeah, I meant
It's like
just
a sub
for...
logo. Wait, we had a podcast to do.
Talking is difficult.
We've been talking for 3 minutes about nothing.
That's not my fault. That's your fault.
You feed into it.
I do feed into
It's not
it.
like you bring us back in any way. Sometimes you do.
I try to, but I feel
All
like
right.
I've just lost it. Now go ahead.
Let's
What are you
talk.
talking
I
about?
wish we could change the tank top.
I wish people that were listening to the podcast could see my face at this moment.
Well, you could post this video.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you could be like, this is my face.
This is
like
my
you could really just like pause that, circle it, and be
Circle
like,
it. Arrows.
right.
OV
this is-
frustration
Right. This is the kind
here.
of shit I have to deal with.
Okay.
Right, and then they know. Okay, podcast. All right, so we'll go off of what we talked about last night in the live, which is doing more, right? Doing more workouts, putting your body through more stress, right? I got to burn more calories. I have to go, run 17 miles a day. Is doing more helpful? Because when you do more, most people also restrict calories, right? So less calories, more workouts means better results, right? Because I burn more, I don't eat enough, right? So I eat less and work out more, so therefore it should equate to better results, right?
Right.
That's what
Wrong.
everybody, right, wrong, right,
Right.
right.
Okay.
Right, so everybody thinks that I'm gonna cut calories and I'm gonna start working out and all of a sudden magically I'm going to be skinnier, right? I'm gonna lose weight.
Yes.
I'm gonna get in shape, I'm gonna look better in a dress. Hopefully I don't wear a dress, but you know what I'm saying. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could. But anyway, so we're only gonna touch on a couple of things that kind of ties it into what most of our clients deal with and what most people can kind of relate to.
Okay.
Right, so doing more workouts we're already time sensitive, right? Because everybody's pressed for time. We don't have time to do this, right? I don't have time to do that. Meal prepping takes time. And then we're gonna add more to a workout, right? So now we're gonna work out 7 days. We're gonna eat less, right? More with less energy. But it's not really sustainable, right? So everything we do kind of revolves around being sustainable, and this is not going to be sustainable. Working out 7 days a week is not sustainable, right? Because you need to have a rest day, you need to have life, you need to kind of like balance it to have the results.
Okay.
So doing more is not necessarily sustainable. We have jobs, right?
Yes.
Demanding jobs. We have social events. We have obligations. Maybe some of people that are even listening or our clients take care of other family members, right?
Right.
So again, that's added, not, I hate to say it's stress, but it is an added part to your life that kind of can create less time.
Less time, yeah. Kids will cause less
Right,
time.
kids. A lot of us have kids, and you have multiple kids, right? So having to drop one off, then picking up the other, or dropping them both off same time, different sports, right? So that's a lot of time-sensitive things. And if we don't have a balance with all of it, whether it's a workout, right? it's some type of nutrition plan, you know, with your kids' sports, your work, your social life, all that stuff, something's going to suffer, right?
Exactly.
You're either going to have to sacrifice time with your family, you're going to have to sacrifice social lives, right? You're going to have to, you're no longer going to be kind of present in what you're doing because you're always so focused and I got to do more so I can have better results. When in reality, doing less sometimes is better.
Less is more.
Right. And then on top of adding all, you know, your body's already going through so much stress, physiologically, you know, physically and psychologically, right? Because you have so many things to deal with. So your brain's going 100 miles an hour, and then your body's also going 100 miles an hour, and low calories can affect you negatively versus helping you in this case.
Okay, so how, if I am working out 7 days a week, I can't with you. If I'm working out 7 days a week, 2 hours a day, but I'm only eating 1,200 calories, what are the possible things I could do to my body?
Well, the main focus, especially as we get older, and I've said it many, many times, and I don't have to say it, it's science, you can Google it, you can, you know, all the nutrition and fitness people and gurus out there and like social media, like influencers will tell you, you gotta lift weights, you gotta preserve muscle.
Okay.
If you put your body through all that stress and you don't have the calories and the carbs and the fats and all the proteins and all the stuff your body needs to kind of burn for fuel, it's going to tap into its protein, which would be your muscles, right? So instead of helping you put on muscle so you can be leaner, toner, have that desired look that everybody kind of wants, it's going to work against you because you're going to burn muscle versus kind of sustaining or even growing muscle.
Okay.
Right? You're going to be tired, overly tired because you don't have energy. You're going to be, you know, you can't sleep. You're going to be restless. You're going to be irritable most of the time.
You're not even going to get a good workout in anyway because you don't have enough fuel to get through it.
Right, you're just going to get through it, but you'll be like, you're slugging, you're sluggish, you're not going to be able to lift as heavy, you're not going to be able to, you know, your rest times will be longer than normal.
Right.
And you should rest between sets. I hate people that kind of just go, no rest. You have to rest between sets. How long, that'll depend on you. Everyone's different, right? And whatever you do for your workouts, it's good as long as you kind of, you move a little bit. But we're talking here to kind of maximizing it all. Your workouts are going to suffer. You're not going to sleep, right? Because you're overly tired. You're restless. Your body's all sorts of whack. And then you're going to start craving sugars and different foods that you normally can suppress by just eating the right quality calories and the right quality foods. And now you're kind of craving things. Like especially in the morning, we have so many, some of our clients or people that we talk to, right? It's, oh, I need to have my coffee in the morning. Right, and then what? They have to add this to it. They have to add that to it.
Yeah.
Right, they're craving all these sugars. I mean, this is just black, right? You don't have to drink it all black, but also, 64 grams of sugar that you get at Starbucks is probably not going to benefit you in any way. And then you wonder why you don't have results. But it's just one.
It's just
one. But that one will kill your results.
Right.
Because if you can
Maybe
find
one every
600
single
calories
day.
over, right, one every single day times 30 days.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to stop there because you're going to crave sugar. So then you're going to have chocolate later. You're going to have cookies. You're going to have cake. You're going to have ice cream, right? All the things you could actually have, but not in excess because you're not fueling correctly. So your body's craving things.
Okay.
because you're kind of starving it.
You're starving your body?
You're starving your body.
Okay. What else do you want to say?
And that kind of leads us to the main part of this, which would be how your hormones are affected. And there's so many hormones, right?
Yeah.
Right. And as we get older, men and women go through, hormonal changes of some sort, right?
Yeah.
So on top of your body already kind of adjusting to imbalances in hormone levels and things you've done over the years, on top of that, you're going to create an even larger hormonal balance because of excess stress and not enough calories, not enough fuel.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Your car can't run unless you give it enough gas.
Right.
Right. You can't run on empty.
Yes.
It's not going to go very far. Right.
Yes.
Same thing here. So, most of us equate. Well, I have a thyroid check and everything's good, and I have no problems. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
What about sex drives, right? So, what if your sex drive suffers? Well, no problem there, right? So you kind of go down the list, but you fine. So your thyroid's fine. Your sex drive is great. The one that all of us can relate to is cortisol, right? Which is stress.
Your stress
right?
levels, yeah.
Your stress hormone, and we're all stressed.
Yeah.
Because we have demanding jobs, right? Demanding outside of work life.
Yeah.
Sports, like we talked about, obligations that you can't kind of get around.
Yes.
Right? And your stress levels are rising.
I don't even think a lot of people know how stressful they actually are until
Right.
they're because some people just I'm just going. I don't even think about it.
Right, 'cause
I'm
you
just
gotta
on
used to it.
autopilot. Yes, but I'm sure there's stress in there somewhere
Right.
that is affecting me to try to get down even just a little bit
Right.
lower.
So if you didn't fuel correctly on top of that, so you're already stressed because you're in
Yeah.
a high demanding job, right? You teach spin, you work out a lot, you kind of help out a lot of people.
Yeah.
Your friends too, right? Especially that want to go work out at different times of the day. So
Right.
sometimes you'll make adjustments and you'll be able to work out with them in the morning and then again at night.
Yeah.
Right.
I
And you
mean,
go
and you-
spin, and yeah, we have to do this now. Right.
in general.
Right. And if you don't give your body what it needs, it's going to suffer from those aspects. So now
Okay.
your cortisol levels are high, which in return your leptin and insulin levels are going to decrease,
Okay.
right? So people can Google this. I didn't make this up. Your leptin levels is energy kind of like a regulator,
Okay.
right? A regulator of body energy. So it suppresses hunger. So if you're low in leptin, then you're always constantly going to feel hungry.
Okay.
Right? So I have to eat, and then you're going to eat things that you probably wouldn't if you just gave your body the correct amount of food and
Right.
nutrients. So your leptin levels can stay high. It'll suppress hunger. You feel satiated, or you're fuller throughout the day. So you're not going to overdo on the things that maybe people consider good or bad food, right? Because nothing's really bad or good. It's just a matter of how you utilize it to your advantage.
Okay.
And then your insulin levels. Your insulin level is what? It's kind of like a carrier, a transporter, right? Of the carbohydrates that you put into your body, so your glucose, your sugars, and how it gets into the bloodstream so the cells can use it as energy. Well, if you don't have the insulin levels and you kind of decrease those levels, now instead of using the sugars for fuel, it's kind of being built up in the bloodstream, right? It's being
Okay.
built and it's kind of sits there, which can cause body fat mass or increase in fat percentage, increase in water retention, right? So more workouts, less calories, and you're putting on weight.
That
Right.
sounds, yeah, I don't like any of
or
that.
It's not, or it's not burning fat, right?
Right.
It's kind of not doing anything, and a lot of people are like, I'm eating correctly and I'm working out more than I ever have, but I'm not seeing results. Well, yes, because there's a lot of stress and not enough fuel to kind of put all those levels to balance.
Right.
And because you're already going to hormonal changes and imbalances, on top of now you're adding more to it, you're never going to see results. You're just going to spin your wheels. I'm eating less, working out more. Eating less, working out more. I cut calories, I cut carbs, I cut this, I cut that. When in return, all you have to do is just kind of increase it, understand how much though,
Yeah.
and then give it time so it kind of comes back to a balance, and then you can start seeing the results. But doing more and eating less is going to work against you.
Okay. And I think those are the things that you can control.
I mean,
Because
to a
sometimes-
point, right? If you have a condition that you can't control, then your main priority is to kind of get that fixed, right? Go to
Right.
the doctors, do what you have to do to fix those things. But a lot of the stuff can be aided in being fixed through proper nutrition.
Yes. I mean, you can control how many times you work out. You can control what you eat.
Right.
Sometimes
what you put in your body,
right.
things like that.
You're not going to always be able to control how much rest you get. I don't get a lot of sleep. You're not going to be able to control how stressful your job is, how stressful your kids might be one day, or how your stress levels are going to vary through the day, through the week, through the month.
Yeah.
But eating correctly to fuel your body for your workouts, you can control that.
Right. I mean, that what you do there is fully in your control, right? So even when we talk to clients, like, we can guide you. You should eat this amount.
Yeah.
It'll be proper to do this, but at the end of the day, they have to actually do it to see
do
results.
The work. Right.
And if they always fight us, or like if we had a coach and we always fight the coach, then what's the point of that person, right? If you're not going to take the advice because you know better. But think about it. A lot of people come to us because they don't have the results.
Right.
Right. And then we try to change their mindset or make them see a different way to go about it, right? Which fueling better, right? Not restricting things, not cutting out all of the things, right? Because you should be able to eat ice cream and donuts and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But
within reason.
Right. But then they come to us and that's what I want to do. And then we help them eat more food, and they slowly try to take us back to older habits. But because restricting calories, where you have some people that restrict calories, cut calories, you're going to lose weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might lose weight, but you're going to create a hormonal imbalance that's actually going to affect you negatively. So you have a higher fat percentage just because of a few pounds lost, which you're not even losing weight, you're losing muscle.
Yeah.
So it's not really even good weight. You're actually smaller, weaker, not the best version of what that person can be by just feeding it correctly.
Okay. All right.
No?
Yeah, no, okay. I do. I agree
didn't make
with
it
you.
up.
No, I know. I think I feel like that this whole conversation just is really mindset as well, because I mean, especially when my age, they're not
39?
They're not 30, yep.
Okay.
No, we don't have to cut that out.
We're going to go with 39, okay.
35.
35. 4 years older than what I thought you were. We're not early 30s.
That's what it says on my Orange Theory form.
What does it say on your driver's license?
Says we're skipping it. I forgot my question. How do we? This is all mindset because women
and men. But yes, mostly women, right? Because that's what our clients are, and we're in that age range, right?
Yes.
Most of our clients are anywhere between 40 and 65, right? Let's be honest, right? That's most of our clients. Some a little older, some a little younger, but for the most part, men or women, our clients are in that age range.
In the age range. Right. So things, on top of all of our bodies changing as we get older, we all have been told the same thing for several years. Do you want me to turn up the heat a little bit?
No, not now. We're in the middle of a podcast.
I can pause it.
No, then I'm by myself.
I'll pause it. Actually, you'll be by yourself.
We'll be here for another few minutes.
No, it's only 18 minutes.
Yeah, how long are we going to talk about this? People are going to get bored. They might be at work by now.
Well, we have to go a little bit longer, a little bit more in depth. Do you want me to turn up the heat?
No, ask questions.
I forgot what my question was. How do we get people to, I don't know how to get people to realize that what you're saying right now about more calories, less working, less is more, to figure out how to get them to change it to that mindset when for years they've been told the complete opposite.
Well,
because it took me a long time.
Right, so that is the hardest one, right? And the best way to do it is to kind of show them the proof, right? Not just by, we can send them articles, we can send them, studies, we can send them podcasts like we did for the menopause one, right?
Yeah.
Which I thought was fantastic.
That was a good
really good one, right?
Yeah.
But also just testimonials from our clients that we already have put out there, right?
Yeah.
That it wasn't until they changed the way they thought about food that they really saw the results. And sometimes most of the time we're in our own way, because like you said, we were made to believe this, and all of a sudden we have to change it. But in order to be willing to see those results, it takes time.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's going to take you 12 years to do it, but you got to give it time for it to work when you're talking about something sustainable. And if you start a diet or a fitness program or classes or whatever the case may be, if you can't see yourself doing it for more than a few months, or you can't see yourself doing it for 5-10 years, it's not something that you're going to have the best results from.
Okay.
Because it's going to be a very quick fix, right? And quick results are going to give you exactly that, a quick fix, and then it's going to come back twofold.
Okay.
Because it's not sustainable. So if you can't maintain it, then you don't want those results, because they're not going to last.
They're not going to last. And that's what all the fad diets are.
But they do work in the short term.
They work in the short
right?
term.
So everybody gets excited. Oh, I lost 12 pounds in a week and a half, which is fine.
Yeah.
Right? But you can't maintain that. So if you can't maintain it, that's a very, very, what's the word I was looking for? I just said it.
You just said quick fix.
Yeah, but it's it's not, I don't know. I forgot the word. What the fuck was I saying? I knew what I wanted to say.
I know what you're saying, but I
They
know
won't last.
They won't
That's
last.
what I know.
But I think for me, because it took me a while to get to that point, once I started seeing changes in my own body, then not that I didn't believe you in the beginning.
No, but it was hard to believe because
was-
you were seeing results. So like
Right.
the weight was coming off, and then you realize that like, okay, I really can't
keep
keep
doing this.
Right.
Yes.
Um,
So when you gave me the plan for myself and how much food I was supposed to be eating with the working out that I was doing, I was very skeptical.
well, yeah, because I'm asking you to do less, eat more, right? And you'll see results.
Yeah, that
Like what the fuck?
I don't think
right?
that
Like
makes
here,
sense.
do less and eat more food.
yeah,
and
it's
you'll
almost like
lose
work
weight.
smarter, not harder.
Right, but
kind
it's
of thing.
true, right? And the older we get, mid-30s, right? In your case, we have to be able to be okay with resting longer.
Yeah.
Like recovery becomes that much more important. And balls to the wall, all that, and even in the commercial, no pain, no gain, right? It's not really a thing, right? Like
Yeah.
what I say when it's balls to the wall, I'm talking about be balls to the wall for your goals. Don't necessarily go into the gym 7 days a week, kill your body to where you can't fucking recover, be sore or joints hurt, you can't sleep, all that. That's not balls to the wall. That's just being silly,
Yeah.
right? Because you're not working smart.
Right.
You're just going.
And you should have at least 2 rest days a week.
I mean, if you don't want to, take at least one, but you should rest, or even throughout the night. Like, that's my biggest thing. And we joke around because like I can go without sleep or whatever, but like it's not helping.
Right.
Like I should rest. Like my body needs more rest, and that's my downfall, right?
Yes.
But it's not because I don't believe it or it's just it's not feasible for me sometimes to get that rest, just because the way I'm doing things and I'm going all the time.
Right.
But like yesterday, I was able to work out. Like I went to the gym, but I could have either lifted or just do cardio and kind of more of a recovery, So that's what I did.
Yeah.
Even
Wait,
though I could have lifted, I kind of just did the.
I thought I was with the gym with you yesterday.
No, that was the day before. Yesterday I did cardio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I did some just to move. I felt good. I still went to the gym, but I didn't push.
Yeah.
I just kind of took a rest day, sort of, and it's just being smart.
Right. But you didn't go all out yesterday.
No,
you just
not at all.
moved a little bit.
No, I just moved. I still burn 1,000 calories.
Yeah.
Like moving calories, but I didn't work out.
Okay.
And I could have. I had time to work out. I blocked off time in the day to work out. I only did a little bit, and then I didn't work.
So will you lift today?
I'm gonna lift today.
Okay.
Right, but then Tristan and I are doing things this weekend, so I'm probably not going to lift on Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's 2 kind of rest days from lifting. I'll probably lift Sunday night, so I will recover.
Okay.
But the old version of me would not have done that. I would have gone.
Yeah.
Right? I would have pushed through the pain and all that stuff, but it's not always smart.
I feel like I do that now. So how am I going to change my mindset?
The same way you did it before. You just have to kind of understand that the benefits are going to lie in the quality of work, not the quantity of work.
Do you eat less on days that you don't push it?
I don't.
Yeah, you still.
I don't.
You
I
still follow your.
And even like the protein shake, sometimes I don't have it if I'm not working out.
Okay.
But I will get extra egg whites, or I will eat extra in chicken or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm still getting the
Protein.
just because you still need it. Your body's still recovering, it's repairing,
Yeah.
it's rebuilding, and your muscles still need that protein.
Okay.
You know, it's just you're not doing excess work.
I know, but you've been doing this for a long time. So do you think your body's just used to the way that it goes, or do you think like somebody
I
just
switch it up. I switch it up all the time, whether it's rest, rep counts, sets, rest periods, rest days,
okay?
superset, giant sets. How many days a week you involve cardio? What that cardio looks like? Do I do the step or do I just walk?
Right. I'm just wondering, for somebody that's just starting out and they don't understand everything, should they stay within everything that they're doing, even if they build in those rest days, or should they take out like a protein shake that day?
No, I feel like in that sense, like, yeah, you can, every case will be different.
Right.
But for the most part, if you're building habits, build the habits.
Keep the habits going.
Keep the habits going.
Okay, that
Because
makes sense.
one day of not doing it, I'll be like, well, I didn't do it yesterday, I could do it today. Right? So
Okay.
like build the habit, don't break the habit, work on those, and everything else will kind of fall into place.
Okay, that makes sense.
But focus on the habits. If that's what you're doing and that's where you're starting and you're beginning, you just do it. Just
Yeah.
do something to create a better habit day in and day out versus, do what somebody that's been doing it for 10 years.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. What else you got?
Will you tell me?
You changed the episode on me. I thought we were going to talk about something else.
Well, I changed the episode, but it still revolves around quality of nutrients, right? And we were going to talk about protein. So we could touch on it a little bit and then it'll continue into the next
I like
episode,
that.
right? So protein is
Because
your
especially if you're talking about lifting.
right.
Yeah.
Protein
Okay.
is your biggest challenge because it's dense.
Yeah.
And most of us don't get enough protein. So we need to focus on that because a lot of us crave carbs. If I told you eat 200 grams of carbs, you're going to do it, no problem. It tastes delicious, it's great. But if I told you do 200 grams of protein, it's too much food,
Yeah.
right? But it's still 200 grams,
Yeah.
right? So it's not different, but it's denser. It's gonna keep you fuller. So maximize your protein. But there are also different types of proteins. Some proteins that your body can produce, and some proteins that your body cannot produce. Now, meats and things like that have all the proteins that you need that your body can't produce. So you gotta
Okay.
get those through meats. Okay.
What about
So-
vegetarians?
Well, I was going to touch that. So
Oh, okay,
vegetarians and vegans can also get it if they can get it from proteins that have complete proteins, like let's say a chicken,
Yeah.
right? Then they could get it from various different sources to equal the same amount,
Okay.
right? So it can be done. You just have to do more work there because like you got to get it from this source and that source and that source and kind of put it together to
Okay.
get the same amount of the essential amino acids or proteins that you need. Where someone like us that eats meat, I could just get it from 6 ounces of chicken, let's say,
Okay.
right? Or steak or salmon or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be.
And I know that we've said this before, but like eating within a certain window, like as long as you get it in, it's after you lift weights, it's okay.
Right. I mean, you can do it after, or you can do it before, right? And we give everybody 5 meal structure. The reason for the 5 meals is not to magically you're gonna burn more calories or things like that, but it just makes it easier to hit all your proteins.
Yeah.
If you could do it in 3 meals, then do it in 3 meals. But
I
it's
mean-
gonna be a lot to eat.
Yeah.
150, 200 grams of protein in 3 meals.
Yeah.
Like if you're not used to it.
Right.
So this way you break it down. You have your breakfast, lunch, dinner. You get 25 to 40, 50 grams of protein per bigger meal. And then smaller ones,
Yeah.
like peanut butter and an apple or, a shake, yogurt,
Yeah.
cottage cheese, right? Whatever you like, hummus you could do,
Okay.
right? And add protein to that and just get some protein there and kind of all together, all 5 will equal whatever you
Whatever
want
you
to
need
do.
for the day.
Right. But if you do, let's say 35 or even 40 per bigger meals, you're already at 120,
Yeah.
right? So
It
you
is a
can,
lot
you
of
can
food.
get it done, right? Or protein shake, you could add
Yeah.
a shake to it, especially if you're gonna go to the gym, you could do a post-workout shake, whatever.
And I think like saying like if somebody's 150 pounds and they look completely different from somebody who's 150 pounds who lifts weights. So carbs
right,
and
they're not the-
proteins
right,
are
right.
different. You said the proteins are denser than carbs.
Right. Well, use your own example, right? That you used here for the workshop.
What did I know,
right?
but I've
The
said that
weight's-
before.
Right,
the
the weight's
weight,
different,
yes.
but you're smaller.
I am smaller.
But your weight is bigger.
Right.
Like more on the scale itself.
Yes.
Right, but you're smaller in size.
I'm smaller in size.
Right, you're leaner, you're toner, fit in different sizes, but the weight is not the reason.
The
Because
weight's
if
not
you're
the
gonna go
reason.
based on the weight, you wouldn't fit in a smaller size.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, exactly. That's what I was thinking with proteins and carbs. That you were like, you could eat 200
Right.
carbs, no problem.
Right, easily.
200 grams of proteins
It's different.
is different.
But again, quality, dense, volume foods will matter.
Oh, yes.
Right? Because I always use the watermelon example. 1,000 calories in watermelon is a lot of fucking watermelon.
Yeah.
Right? A
That's
lot
a
of
lot.
watermelon.
Yeah.
Right?
I do.
But 1,000 calories in a cheeseburger
Yeah.
and fries is just a cheeseburger and fries, right? Or
Yeah.
probably even more than 1,000 calories.
Right.
So you can eat that.
Yeah.
But if I actually eat 1,000 calories in watermelon, that's a whole fucking watermelon. You're not gonna eat it. It's
No.
a lot of watermelon.
I wonder, I think I could eat it.
All right. Well,
1,000
one
calories.
episode we are going to get 1,000 calories. Oh, that's a good one.
wanna
Let's
say,
compare
like-
volume of food.
I would like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, Tori and Jess will love the fact that we're
They're
going to bring
just eating
right,
watermelon
all over the
Stride.
studio. Yeah.
I do love Stride. I don't want to mess it up.
No, but the point is though, like we should do stuff like those types of comparison because people
Because then
don't
you can see
understand,
it.
right? Like
Yeah.
you bring 3 or 4 plates for the same size as your one cheeseburger and fries. Right?
Yeah.
You have 3 or 4 meals during that day.
Can I do a Facebook Live with you while I eat the watermelon and you eat cheeseburger and fries?
Yeah, I was gonna say I do need to eat the cheeseburger and fries.
Yeah, I don't want to eat that.
Yeah,
I want to
I'll
eat the
that.
watermelon.
Or like a cheesesteak. Oh, cheesesteak.
I might have to live at your house for a couple days. I don't know if I'll be able to move.
I eat a lot of food. I ate on the way here.
You did?
I did.
Hmm.
My chicken and
You ate it on
baked potato. And
before you were driving, though.
asparagus. Yes, before I was driving.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I waited and then I drove, and somehow I still made it here in 21 minutes.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
We should end this now.
I would.
All right. So next week, let's really try to get into the.
We'll get into the protein one.
because I'm excited for that, and I want to really dive into it.
Yeah,
Okay.
very good.
All right. That's
All right,
it.
Cool.
See ya.
Peace. Wait, can we flex so they could actually see that we have muscles?
I
Because
have
the picture
muscles.
yesterday did not
What
do it
was?
justice.
Did you take
No,
my picture yesterday?
No, I do have to show you something because it bothered me. Okay?
What did I
This
do?
is the picture. Where's the picture? Because I didn't even save it because I didn't like the way it looked. Right? Of you and me at the fucking thing. Look, right? There's me. Look, looks like my arms are small. Right? And then here, I took this the day before. Not so small.
Okay. Well,
Right? Not the same. Lighting matters. Okay?
what?
Not even flexing. I was even surprised by my own arm. Is that douchey?
Yeah.
I didn't mean it in a douchey way,
A
but
little
like
bit.
that's surprising. Like
Let me see the other picture again. I think you look nice and lean in tone.
right. But look,
Everybody knows you have
that
arms.
looks
Obi.
like a meathead. That doesn't. Meathead? Not a meathead.
Why are you? All right. Okay.
Look how good your arms though.
I
should
know.
have done that. I should have done
I told you to like. You're always like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm turning this off.
That's fine.